Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about cheapest cities in Germany for international students. Before I go into the video, you guys know if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's a way of supporting all the effort I put into making these videos on YouTube, which is very time consuming. And if you're not following me on Instagram and you would like to see more behind the scenes and more personal, get up close and personal, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Wale Chronicles. Now, before we go into this video, there are some disclaimers I need to give. These cities I'm going to mention are in no particular order at all. I mean, there are many cheap cities in Germany and I cannot talk about all of them. So I just picked 8 cities to talk about. Now, all these towns and cities are not created equally. In some cities, there are more job opportunities for students than other cities, which is why in my coaching program, I teach funding options realistically accessible to you as an international student, which will guide you in choosing the city where you want to be based. If you want more information, visit my website. I will leave a link in the description box below, and I will also leave a link on the screen. And you can sign up for a free 30-minute consultation session if you are interested in moving to Germany as an international student. If you're a student from outside the EU, you already know that one of the ways to fund your studies in Germany is to block an account. And as of 2021, the total amount for the blocked account, I wrote it down here so that I will be very specific, is 10,332 euros, which means you will need, according to the German government, you will need 861 euros per month to live and to fund your living expenses in Germany. Now, of course, this amount might be low or this amount might be higher for some people depending on your lifestyle, which is why I've decided to compile this list of cheapest cities in Germany. Of course, the major cost we'll be talking about is the rent. Rent is going to form one of the, if not the biggest expense you're going to incur. I can't pronounce it, you guys. Anyway, it's going to be one of your biggest expenses when you move to Germany. So you should really take this into consideration. And with rent, of course, it depends on the location, the size, and your requirements. If you want furnished or unfurnished, it's going to determine the price of the accommodation you get. So I'm going to be just doing this cheapest cities based on rent. So in no particular order, the first city I'm going to talk about on this list, cheapest cities for international students in Germany, is Leipzig. Leipzig is a city that is in the eastern part of Germany in the state of Saxony. As of 2021, it has a population of over 600,000 people. It also has a very diverse and multicultural, not as much as Berlin, but it has a very diverse and multicultural population, and also a significant international student community as well. The rent in Leipzig you will find for a non-furnished single studio apartment or single room, you will find from anything between 205 euros to 400 euros depending on the location, the size, and so on and so forth. So this is just like a rough estimate of what you can get in Leipzig. Now, all the prices that I've gotten are from German websites where you find apartments and accommodation like immo-scout24.de. The next city on this list is called Kaiserlautern. This is a small town in the southwest of Germany in the state called Rhineland-Palatinate. Fun fact about this city is that they have a very big US military base in this town or city. So for this reason, you will find many English-speaking people. You will come across many English-speaking people compared to other towns within this region. They have a population of 100,000 people, give or take, and it is very popular for people who want to work in the information technology space, the IT space, in the tech world, because they have a very, very good research center here. So the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence is based in this city, and they also have very renowned universities like University of Kaiserlautern and University of Applied Sciences Kaiserlautern. In this town, you will find a room from anything between 210 euros for a studio apartment unfurnished and above. Once again, you can always go up, but this is around the range you will find for something simple for like a 24 square meters studio apartments. The next city or town on this list is called Frankfurt Oder. Yes, It's not Frankfurt am Main, but Frankfurt Oder. When I first heard about this city, I was in my brain, I was like, I read it as Frankfurt Oder, because Oder means like right in Germany. So it was like, maybe they're not sure what they wanted to call it. They're like, Frankfurt Oder, but actually the name comes from the river where this town or city is based. So the Frankfurt that is close to the Oder River. So Frankfurt Oder has a population of 60k, so it's definitely a town. And of this 60k, they have a student population of like 10,000 students. They have universities here like the University of Viadrina and the International School of Management in Frankfurt Oder. Rent here can range from anything between 180 euros to 300 euros for a single room studio apartment or like one room apartment in a shared apartment. So actually so far, Frankfurt Oder is the cheapest on this list so far. So should you go to Frankfurt Oder? Now the next city on this list is also in the eastern part of Germany and is also in the state of Saxony, and it's Dresden. Dresden is so beautiful. I've been to Dresden before. It has so much history, architecture, and so much beauty going on. It has a population of over 500,000 residents and also a very diverse and bubbly and happening international student and student body in general. Now for rents here, you will find anything from 210 euros for a 25 square meter single room apartment, a studio apartment from anything from 210 euros upwards. Again, depending on the location and depending on the size of the room, but this is just to give you an idea of how much it will cost. So Dresden, compared to cities like Hamburg, Munich, Frankfurt or Berlin, is significantly cheaper in terms of what you can get accommodation. Even when I moved to Berlin, my cheapest room, I paid 300 euros, I think, for how many square meters was it? It was like maybe 18 square meters or 19 square meters room. And I was super lucky, and that was the exception. The next city on this list is called Bielefeld. Bielefeld is a city in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia or North Rhine-Westphalen in German. Bielefeld holds a special place in my heart because many years ago, the first time I attempted to move to Germany, that's a story for another video. Maybe I'm gonna make another video. But I did a lot of research about Bielefeld. I was so obsessed. I thought I was going to move to Bielefeld, but it wasn't meant to be. Bielefeld has a population of over 300,000 people. And of these over 300,000 people, it's interesting that they have a student population of like almost 40,000 people or so, give or take. Now, rent here could be anything from 200 to 260 to 400, depending once again on the location. If you will notice any recurring theme within this list is that most of the rents are anything from like 200 or 210 or so. Any city where you can get something like this is considered cheap by German standards. The next city on this list is Halle-Saale. This is a city in the state of Saxony-Anhalt in the center of Germany, kind of. And it has a population of over or almost 240,000 people. The rent here can also cost anything between 210 euros for an unfurnished single room apartment or a room in a shared flat to 400 euros depending on the location, depending on whether it's furnished or unfurnished, and so on. The next city or town on this list is called Pasau. Pasau is a town in the southern state of Bavaria, and it's located like south of Bavaria, so close to the Austrian border. Biggest university in this town is University of Pasau. Very popular for things like development study. It has a significant student population actually, and a furnished student studio apartment can cost you anything between 200 to 400 euros depending again on the size, location. Is it in the city center or more on the outskirts of the town? And last but not the least town on this list is called Jenna or Jenna, depending on how you want to pronounce it, Jena. This town is located in the eastern state of Thuringia. I don't want to say don't go there, but okay, now let me be serious now. This town has a population of 100,000 people, give or take, and it has a small town feel. You can pretty much walk everywhere, and it's not as diverse as other places in Germany, for example. So now rents, a single room studio apartment would cost you anything between 200 to 210, 30, 50 euros, or let's say like a 25 square meters room. Again, depending on the location and the size. Like I said before, everything is location size when it comes to real estate. We already all know that. Now, with that, I've come to the end of my list, and like I said in the beginning of the video, it is in no particular order, but obviously on this list, the cheapest city is Frankfurt Oder. Should you go to Frankfurt Oder or should you not go to Frankfurt Oder? You have to make that decision yourself. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you know anybody that wants to move to Germany and would find this video useful, share it with them. It doesn't cost you anything. Sharing is caring. Thank you very much for watching this video once again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!